Oh yeah, we're doing it this way. This is my more than 1 week review overview of my Quest 3 experience. Man, do I feel weird and goofy doing this, but whatever. So I'm going to talk to you about my Quest 3 experience and the good and the bad. More I'm going to talk about the bad because the headset's really cool, but I think when you're buying something like this, especially with how expensive it is, you want to know what's wrong with it. So let's get started. I have my notes up over here that I've been taking as I've been using the headset, which is why I kind of wanted to do it this way. So touching the cameras when putting on the headset. So I've noticed the camera placement where they're placed around the headset. It makes it so easy. So every time I pick it up, or almost every time, I'm getting used to it now, of course, my hands just naturally touch the cameras because the power button's over here. And then right next to the power button is a camera. And I always am like wiping the cameras off and cleaning them. I just wanted to point that out because I haven't noticed it negatively affecting like my tracking or anything, but I feel like it's kind of a goofy design. Next up is hand tracking is touchy for me. So let me try this out. You can see here, I'm using the hand tracking right now, and oh, there it is. It's already screwing up. Hopefully that's being recorded. So, okay. There we go. So, oh, yeah, I'm trying to bring the menus up. So really, this is supposed to give you a menu like that, and then you can pinch, and then you can, select, you can have it farther or closer or whatever. Okay, and now it's gone. So you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's kind of losing my hands. There, okay, I want this one. Okay, so yeah, now it's gone. So that did work as expected. Menu, uh-oh, where'd you go? Oh boy. So there's my menu back. And then if I go up to here, you can see how that's moving around? I'm not moving my hand, but that cursor is moving around even though I'm not moving my hand. So hand tracking has been finicky for me. It's very cool. And this is, okay, I'm not allowed to put it over there anymore. That's where I had it. That's where I really want it. I expect this to get better over time with software updates, but as of now, it doesn't work very good. So I much prefer using the controllers to do all this stuff. Hand tracking is finicky. The other thing I noticed is there's one of those like movie ones where you can, an app where you can go watch movies with a bunch of other people. And I was in this chair and I just kind of sat back and like kind of relaxed. And I noticed it kept detecting my hands, even though my hands weren't moving. They were just resting here. They kept detecting them moving and doing stuff and like clicking, and I was like, this is awful. So sometimes I've even turned off hand tracking so it won't track my hands and specifically use the controllers. But to not be too negative, I will say the controllers are awesome. I do really, really like the controllers, and they work really, really well. I just realized my microphone's not on. Let me do that. Okay, I just did all that with the headset on and I kept it on. It was not that easy. I couldn't really read the text. But hey, maybe this is a good experiment. Maybe I'll learn that I don't need the mics in my office setting, but I think it sounds better. Okay, next up. Can I do this? Nice. I have to continually adjust the headset blurry text, and I'm even facing that right now. Now, a lot of people have said the sweet spot in this is great for them, and I am adapting. I don't know if it's just I haven't used VR enough in the past. So for context, I'm coming from the Oculus Rift, so that's like an 8-year-old headset. So when I first put this on, whoa, the graphics, the clarity, everything blew me away. It was such a leap in quality. But on top of that, I still have to do a lot of adjusting with the headset. And I don't know, I mean, I try cleaning it with, I have microfiber cloth. I try cleaning it all the time. I'm like, oh, is it fogging up or whatever? But it's just something I've noticed, and still to this day, I'm doing a lot of adjusting of the headset up and down. Now, when I get in a groove in a game, it's not something I notice. It's more when I'm like doing stuff like this, reading text, kind of working on something, browsing the internet, more relaxing. When I'm intensely in a game or activity, then I don't notice it at all. It looks amazing and fantastic. But some of those finer details you're going to pick up. So let's okay, Cyber Opener. Now, I mean, I can read that pretty good. You got to keep in mind that the video feed you are watching on this YouTube video looks leagues better than what I am seeing with my eyes in the headset. So yeah, I can't read that at all. I don't know if you can read that on the video. I mean, that says Tesla Cyber Opener, and outside of that, no. I can't read anything that this says whatsoever. All right, now when it comes to charging the headset, I've noticed that it can get really warm while it's charging if I leave it on. So I'm used to, you know, my phone. I can just turn the screen off on my phone. If I have a phone right here, I can click that, and then I can turn the screen off and plug it in. I don't actually turn my phone off. I just plug it in and set it down. Well, the Quest, I'm noticing I can't do that. I need to completely shut down the headset when I'm done and plug it in. It's not a big deal. I just do that every time. I don't mind doing that, but man, I still feel like such a doofus making this video like this. But it's just something I've noticed. I found that kind of weird. The headset wouldn't go to sleep. So I do that every time. So just keep that in mind. I came back to it one time. I had it plugged in overnight. I came back. It was, you know, maybe 24 hours later or 20 hours later. It was plugged in the whole time. The headset, this is without the Elite strap. We're going to talk about that. The headset was at 87% and it was hot. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So I just shut it down every time. Now, speaking of heat, since I'm on the subject, the headset does get pretty warm up here in the top and the air vents out. You can probably hear it. I'm guessing you could hear that fan noise. If not, it's a little noise. While I'm talking, I can't hear it. While I'm gaming and audio is coming out of the really nice speakers, you can't hear it at all. And this will get very warm. Like right now, this is very warm to the touch, and above here is very warm where the air's coming out. The good news is I do not feel that in the headset in the slightest at all. I can play like until this thing's completely dead. I never feel any warmth like on my face. So that's really nice. All right, so one of my big negatives here is the lack of games. Now, there's a lot of games to play in VR. There's a lot of games to play on the Quest 2, the Quest 3, but lack of games is more lack of new games that are really taking advantage of the new hardware here, and especially the pass-through, the mixed reality stuff. There's not a whole lot. Now, there is a few games I've played. Of course, the one that comes with the headset, whatever, that one is fun for like 2 seconds. There's this really cool racing game, which I will put some footage of. That one is super fun, and it's free, which is great, but it's in the labs, so you have to like scroll down to the bottom of the search to find it. Whatever, I'll put the name up so you can search that if you want, but that's been super fun. But what I noticed, I had a friend over who had never, ever tried VR before, and I was like, you gotta try this, VR is sick. I love it. I want to, you know, that's one of the things I love about VR is showing it to other people. And I noticed by the end of the night, almost everything we played was old titles you could play on a Quest 2. And maybe it would look better in this headset, but is it worth the premium? In that one instance, probably not. So we were playing almost everything that I had on my computer that's on my Steam library that I had with my Oculus Rift. So almost no titles that were native to the headset did we play that night. Now, is that my fault? I don't know. It's just something I realized, like, wait a second, I'm playing all the same old games that I had, and they're super fun, and they look amazing on this new headset, but there was nothing, like, brand new that I had to download to really show off the headset to this VR newbie. Now, of course, over time, this is going to get better, and the things, you know, that I'm complaining about, like the hand tracking, are going to get better, and the lack of games, that'll all improve. But just so you know, today, as it is, I feel like the lack of games is something that may stick out to you, especially if you're coming from a Quest 2. See, I never owned that because I was always like, I'm waiting for the better one, the better one. And I waited for the Quest 3 and I got it, and I'm happy I did. But Quest 2 to Quest 3, as of today, as of right now, probably not that big of a jump. Now, the price. This thing is ridiculously expensive. And I know that Meta is like, oh, we want everyone to get into VR, so we're going to make it $500 instead of $3,500, you know, like the Apple headset. And you know what? That $500 price is nice, but there is no way you're picking up this headset and only spending $500. There's a few things you need. You need a strap, okay? The stock strap that comes with it is absolute garbage. I have a whole video about that you should watch. I'll link above. It's not comfortable. It hurts. I couldn't even make this video like I am now with that strap because it hurts so bad. The battery life is not good enough. Now, if you're only going to play for an hour or hour and a half at a time, then okay, it's good enough. But if you want to like have 1 or 2 people over and you guys are taking turns playing VR, there's no way the stock battery is going to last you. So you're going to need a third-party battery. Now, I got the Elite battery, the Elite strap with battery, and while it worked, it was great. But my Elite strap, the battery, doesn't work anymore. So if I plug this in, watch, I will show you right now. So let me bring up my menu here. Come on, bro. Okay, I'm not messing with this anymore. So click this. There you go. Watch. So I'm at 84% headset. I plug this Elite strap battery in. I made a whole video about this. It says it's at 0. Oh, but wait, no, it's not. It's actually at 100 because I can't use it. And it says extended battery installed. You now have longer battery life. Okay, great. And just give it a second here. Oh, it's gone. Oh, the headset's charged. Oh, it's back. I actually have never seen it do that before. it did pop back on. So this thing, I have a whole video about this too, is giving me problems, giving a lot, there, it disappeared again. So now the Elite battery is gone. This is what this battery does. I talked to Meta, they said I have a whole video about it. I'll link the video about that. I will link the video about that above. But the problem is I have contacted Meta via email multiple times asking for a refund, and they have simply stopped responding. So I paid $130 for this thing, and Meta's like, it doesn't work, we're not even gonna respond to you. It's friggin' crazy. So you're gonna spend a lot more than $500. You need the strap, you need the battery. On top of that, what do you need? You need games. So if you already had a Quest 2, sure, you have a bunch of games, but don't you want new games? Isn't that why you're getting a new headset, to get better looking games, to get the mixed reality games, whatever. So you're gonna spend $500 and buy no games? No, you're gonna buy at least, 2 or 3 games, which could be $20, could be $40. So, I mean, budget $700, $800 to spend on this thing. You know what, say you're gonna spend $1,000. It probably won't be that much, but then you get a better idea of actually how much you have to spend to get like the full, good, nice experience with this thing. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I really like it, but if I had a Quest 2, I don't think I could justify buying this. I'm very happy with it. I think it's great. I love using it. But I'm just giving you my complaints and my thoughts mostly at this part. Okay, using this thing in daily life is not practical. So there's a lot of things that I keep seeing online, and I want to make some of those videos because they look fun, where people are like cooking and they go in the elevator. There's one guy who went to the gym. Like, that's hilarious. I would not do that, so props to those people. But you can't do that. I mean, as I showed you, I can't even read this text here, okay? It's like not readable no matter what I do. Nope. This big text here, I can read. Cyber, that's pretty clear. Cyber opener. But like picking up my phone, look at this. 9:57, Tuesday, October 24th. So I can barely see that if I basically touch the headset with it. Let me look at my notes so that I brought up here, the same notes that we're looking at here. Okay, so I can read that if I bring it right here and close one eye. I have to close my left eye, use my right eye. Quest 3 notes. I could use my left eye too. Touching camera when putting on headset. Head tracking is that looks terrible, and it's bouncing all over the place. This is ridiculous. Now, I love the idea of this, and I'm so excited for the future of this kind of tech. I want a pair of glasses with the augmented reality and have AI in there that can see like, oh, there's, the thing you were looking for, the super glue, there it is, and it just puts a little, like this, puts a little dot on it or something and shows me what I need is. This ain't it. It's fun to walk around with this thing in a big open space. And when you are in a game, like the racing game I talked about with the cars on the track and it's in the mixed reality, when you're in a game focusing on that stuff, the mixed reality is great. And you do not notice the crappiness of what you're seeing, but it's not that great. Now, the thing is you need lighting. Look, 1, 2, 3. This is a tiny little room. I have 3 bright lights in here. This is turned, they're dimmers, but they're turned all the way up. Out there, I had the lights all the way up. I think if you went out into the sun, on a really bright day, it might look a little better. Oh, but wait, the sun can destroy your whole headset because it can damage it if it gets in the lenses. So it's cool. I like the mixed reality. When you're focusing on something in a game, it looks fine, but actually doing things in daily life, no, that's not something you're gonna be doing for long periods of time, especially if you get motion sick. It's probably gonna be terrible. For me, that doesn't happen to me, but for some people it does. Okay, my last complaint, it forgets my room. So you can do like this room scanning thing, which is awesome. So I really don't want to do this, but I'll show it to you. I'm sure you've seen it, but whatever. So I'm gonna scan the room, and this is very cool. I mean, look at that, instantly. It has my monitors up there. It has my desk right here. And then it can see, oh, the floor's down there, the desk is right here. It's scanning all the walls. This is as sick as it looks on video. I mean, this is so cool, and it is so accurate. It's amazing. The problem is, and the reason I didn't want to redo it, is because it often forgets what I've scanned. Oh, great, put that right in front of my camera. It often forgets my rooms, and I have to redo this scanning thing again. Now, I think that this is gonna improve. This is another thing that with software is gonna improve over time. But like, you can see, like, look how accurate that is. It's so sick. And it's not getting in that corner, so I can stand up and I can walk over here. It's just a little too far. And then now it's, filling in all of that space. Like, this is so amazing, and I love it so much. And the accuracy is great for, like, look, there's got my chair now. The accuracy of that is great for in-game in scanning everything. But the rooms do get forgotten sometimes, or things get out of place. You can like set up all your furniture and say like, oh, this is a desk and this is and it's awesome. It's very cool. The other thing that's nice is when you go to a play space, if it hasn't forgotten it, if there's like this box is here, my place is a mess. I'm a normal person who is busy. This box is here. It will see that that box is there and it'll warn you and it'll say, hey, you have this area scanned, but we've noticed new obstacles, and it'll highlight them with a bunch of, like little graphics to kind of say like, look out, you're going to trip over this thing. So, or like, do you want to clean up, you slob, or, whatever it says. So that is awesome and I love it, but it's annoying that I have to rescan sometimes. So let's get into the positives here. Lack of games. No, just kidding. The app. I haven't heard anybody talk about this app. This Oculus app is very cool. All right, so the app is very cool. I am recording on my phone screen here, which through the headset looks like absolute garbage. But this app, I actually love this app. I didn't know this existed before I got this headset. I haven't seen anyone talk about it on YouTube at all. I don't know why, but this is so cool. So you can go through here and basically manage your whole headset just through this. So if I go to my menu, which I have here, come on, do the hand tracking, do it, boop. So you can see right there, Robo Recall Unplugged is installing right now. It's at 2.4 out of 3.6 gigs. Well, guess what? I didn't put my headset on and go find Robo Recall. See how hard that is to use this? And then click install and take my headset off. I did it all in the app, and I was able to find whatever games I want, click install. If your headset's off, obviously it won't do that. But once you turn your headset on, it automatically will start doing whatever you asked it to do via the app. All of your media is here. So you can see there's some pictures, on here that I've taken in the headset in the past, and videos and stuff. So this app is very cool. You can search for games. So I forget the name of that racing game. See, I can't read this. Oh, Beat Saber, whatever. So if I click Beat Saber, you can see Beat Saber's right there, and then I could buy it through here. I already own it on Steam. Okay, calm down. And I could click buy, and then it will install it on the headset automatically. So I love using this app because, I don't know, like scrolling through some of the stuff in VR, you don't always want to do that. Or like if I'm, not home and I don't have my headset with me, I can do this on the go. The app is friggin' awesome. I love everything about this app. All right, two more big things for me. The LCD panels, the quality of like gaming and all that, I keep complaining about the pass-through. I think the quality looks great, and they're LCD, they're not OLED, and this is coming from someone who has, that's an OLED screen. Both my phones have OLED screens. My main TV in my house is a 65-inch OLED screen. I have OLED everywhere if it's possible. I always buy OLED. I'm addicted to it. I love good-looking graphics. This is the DWF or whatever that has 144 hertz OLED, or no, 165 hertz OLED. This screen looks great to me, and maybe it's just because I'm coming from the Oculus Rift, which was so bad compared to this. But this screen is awesome. I've heard, reviewers saying like, oh, the blacks aren't perfect, and well, maybe, but my experience has been, it's great. I love the screen in this headset. All right, and another thing I really like that I haven't seen many people talk about is the voice commands. So, you piece of junk. Assistant. What can I say? Here are some things you can say. So, you can do these things with voice while wearing the headset. Now, if you have the controller, you can just double click this button and that works, which is normally what I do. I don't use the hand tracking much. Or you can open it that way. And then you can do all these things just through voice. And there's two things I'm excited about. So first of all, what you can do now is, kind of nice. Like it does some nice things like take a screenshot or start recording a video. Those are the main ones I use. Or you can, search for free games. That's sweet. Or open a game or whatever. What I'm really excited for is I bet lots of money Meta's going to put AI stuff in here, which I love, and you're going to be able to talk to this thing. It's going to be able to do stuff for you, blah, blah, blah. So I like it a lot. Let me try a couple really quick. So I don't know if you can do this, but let's try. Oh, come on. I'm making you suffer through this too. I'm not editing this out. All this suffering. What's 2 plus 2? Sorry, I didn't understand. So you can't ask it that. Let's try the free games command. Come on. Look at this. Like, this is supposed to be... Oh, you give me that one. I want this one. Are you serious? Search for free games. See, that's sick. And like it opens, pretty quickly. There they are. So I'm looking at free games. Gorilla Tag. It says purchased. I didn't install it, okay? I don't know if it's good or not. Super hot. Like, here's a bunch of free stuff, that you can get. Bundles. So that's really cool. Like, I really like the voice command. So if you have any questions, leave those down below, and you'll see me in the next video.